we got Smash Bros.
2, 1, go!
What's up? What's up? It's your boy Levelhead back with another live and level Gamer podcast. We are here minus one of the crew. K-Bump 20 is out of these internet streets. He's not amongst us, not physically, not present. But we got my boy Keith. He's in the background. He said he had to do something. I'm not permitted to tell you what he's doing, but I'm here. Eyes is here, and we got a little bit to talk about. So much happening. He said, "Don't say it like that." Don't say it like what? Shouts out to Nia for being here.
Yo, I'm here. I'm back.
Nia told me not to say it like that. I'm like, say it like that. What
Say
did
what?
I say? I don't know. Whatever I said, I'm not supposed to say it. That's all I know. But man, we got a little bit to talk about. We got to talk about Starfield rated for. He's not amongst us right now. No, he's not. He's not amongst us. Anyway, Starfield rated for Switch 2. We also going to talk about Game Pass. Too expensive. Asha said it's too expensive. Also, Xbox returns to first-party exclusivity. Woo! Is Xbox doing an about face, Keith? We also going to talk about major third-party games coming to Switch 2 and more. There's a lot of third-party stuff coming. And we got a little bit. We just talk about all this stuff, man. Well, what's up with Keith?
Man, I'm tired. My office is doing a renovation, and we're gonna be in this tent location until about 2027. Man, we've been moving equipment. You got folks trying to be super particular. Like, dude, we just calm down. It ain't gonna be perfect. Oh, I want my stuff set up like that. I want my stuff set up like that. Hey, man. This is not a permanent situation.
So y'all doing renovations, huh? Like y'all got
Yeah.
Okay, man. I gotta get some new earphones. Man, my earphones, man. Lord Jesus, man. I gotta get some new earphones. I don't want to. But anyway, what's up, Dark Star? What's up, Comic Book Crunch? Welcome. Go ahead and fill up the chat room. I just feel naked with only one ear up. I feel so naked, man. Pause.
But what my son came to. What I was gonna say was, in this renovation though, I'm getting free equipment. I got some computer chairs. I got a TV today. My son needed a TV, so I grabbed one for
You need
him.
my address? I mean, you know.
Hey, you missed it. They had a big, like a 65-inch. You missed it, brother.
I mean, 65-inch what though? Like, is it 65-inch? Like,
It was a short.
Oh, okay.
It was still nice though.
Oh, okay. You know, y'all know y'all done crossed over to OLED. I need to join y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what that's about. What's up, Alan Steed? Tank Dog 574. Anyway, man, yeah, we got a little bit to talk about. Now, K-Bum is not with us on tonight, but you know, we got him here.
But we got Smash Bros.
But he told me, he's like, I just want to remind y'all that I will not be amongst you guys on tonight. I'm like, brother, we know. You ain't got to rub it in. We know
I'm in Mexico right now, brother.
I'm in Mexico drinking on pina coladas and scrunching my toes in the sand. I'm like, K-Bud, you just trying to rub it in, bro.
That's what he said.
We understand. We knew you wasn't going to be here. Brother, you just want to rub it in. But anyway, let me switch back to these other earphones. I just can't do one ear. I need both ears. I don't like these earphones, but this will work. But yeah, man, we are here. and we got a little bit to talk about. I don't know how long we're going. How long you think we'll be here tonight, Keith?
Man, we're gonna be here as long as we need to be here. How about that? No, I'm just playing. I ain't trying to be here too long because we got some more equipment to move tomorrow, but we here though.
So y'all doing the renovate? Like, are you renovating it? Or
No. We just moving equipment, getting it set up for. No, we got a team coming in to do that.
Okay, I don't think that's what you see. That's the stuff I do. I do the hauling. Hey sir, would you move out the way so I can rip this out over here? Get out my way. That's what I do. So Keith's like, yes sir. Let me grab my computer, please. But anyway, but yeah, man. Dude, I don't know if y'all ever heard. I don't even know if Disney said anything about this. I just discovered it literally this week, and it was a Black Panther animation on Disney. I think I sent it to you guys.
You did.
What was the name of that? I can't remember the exact name of.
I did not remember the name.
Me either. But I know I can get to it. But y'all need to write this down. Y'all need to go check that out. It was let me see, Black Panther animation. Let me see.
Marvel Knights? No.
On Disney. Let me see what it was called. Eyes of Wakanda. Eyes of Wakanda. Y'all need to check that out, bro. That was dope. I'm not joking. So what it was is they kind of tell you different stories from different eras, but they all kind of converge into one cohesive message. And man, it's dope. It puts me in the mind of Miles Morales, the cartoon, the animated movie. Mm-hmm. It has those vibes. It has all those vibes. Whoever animated this did their thing.
I was about to ask a dumb question. I was going to say what it's going to be on, but obviously it's going to be on Disney.
Yeah, it's on Disney. He said Tales. No, it's not Tales of Wakanda. It's Eyes of Wakanda. Come on, comic book crunch now. Get it right now. Eyes of Wakanda. Y'all need to check that out. That's good. Also, I'm a Bucky. I don't know if y'all be watching it. Man, the introspection they be doing on that show is ridiculous. Like, they break down every move and why the move and where the move came from and what. I'm like, bro, most of this is just listen to y'all talk about the move rather than actually seeing it. Bucky Hama. But anyway, I don't know if you know anything about that. The grappler, Bucky the grappler. Oh man, come on, Keith. Man, come on, man. But anyway, anything your way, bro, before we jump into what you've been gaming on.
Nope. We ready.
Did you go see Galaxy again? Did you and the boys?
I did see Galaxy again.
You did?
I did.
Everybody slap yourself. Slap yourself. First of all, why did I feel like this brother went and saw? So what was it like the second time? What was it like the second time you saw it?
It was just as good, just as entertaining. I was trying to, be a little bit more detailed or whatever, but a lot of the stuff that, it don't faze me, man. A lot of them complaints, I was like, this is still a good time, man. Still a good time.
Man, Keith, why did I feel like this brother gave it a second go? He trying to make sure Galaxy reaches 1 billion. Keith, like, we gonna make it to 1 billion. We gotta get
I saw the first one 3 times.
For what? For what?
Yeah, I saw it in the IMAX with my family. Then me and my boys went and saw it in 3D. And I want to say I wanted to see it one time by myself without all the noise, if you know what I mean. Like,
got you.
Oh my God! And I was like, hey. It might have been twice, but I feel like it was 3. But I don't remember. But I know I saw it in 3D, and I know I saw it in the IMAX.
Did you buy it when it came out on Blu-ray? Did you buy it 4K?
No comment.
Did you buy it? Yes or no?
I got it on. I bought it on sale.
Okay, I bought it. So at least I didn't go see it 2 times at the theater. Like I said, I'm
Funny,
trying to.
yeah.
I'm already faltering a little bit. I'm trying to stay within the realm of I do, but so my brother wasn't gonna get no 2, 3, but I did purchase it, so we own it. But anyway, let's get into it. What you been gaming on? Let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is? It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on.
But we got Smash Bros.
All
though.
right, Keith, the floor is yours, bro. What have you? See, we don't have K-Bum taking up all the space talking about Overwatch and Marvel's Rivals and Madden and yeah. Come on, man.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
So if he listening, I'm just trying to provoke him. I'm poking like him. Go ahead, man.
Let's see. What did I play? Let's see. So I think did I say last time on the podcast whether or not that I finished South of Midnight?
No, but you did tell us you finished it.
Okay, so I went ahead and finished South of Midnight. That game is a good time. It was a very interesting story. I love the accents of the characters of the Southern draw, the Louisiana Southern draw, whatever. I thought the story was pretty good. The combat kind of reminds me of Kena. It doesn't really evolve. It just, you just get better with it. You get better as a player, and you can make the abilities of dang, what is her name? I can't even think of her name. You can make her abilities better or whatnot, but it doesn't evolve any more than what it is. And as a matter of fact, the bosses or the enemies that you fight throughout are pretty much what you fight throughout the game. But it's a game to kind of tell a story, and I thought the story was pretty cool. I even got a backdrop of one of the characters. Her name is Huggy. I was gonna say Huggy Wubby. It's Huggy something, man. Y'all. I'm tired. Don't charge to the game. But anyways, so I played that. Let's see, what else did I play? Because pretty much everything I played was on Game Pass. I did play Absalom. I downloaded that. I no longer have that downloaded. I deleted it. Not because I thought it was bad. Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. It wasn't like that. It just that I wasn't really going to invest in it. I didn't really care to invest in it. And I knew the game that I'm really looking forward to is coming out tonight for some people. So I didn't really want to invest. So I just went ahead and deleted it. And then I also played a little bit of Super Meat Boy. Pause. Not really. not really my type of game. I'm moving fast. I'm moving on. Not really my type of game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a pure platformer like that. So I like platformer. I like Mario, but I'm not a pure platformer like that. But it's cool. It if you ever played the side scrolling Super Meat Boy, they capture this game in 3D perfectly. It does feel that same quick speed, bouncing off the walls type of things, the one hit kills, it's all there. So they did a really good job of turning that game into a 3D game. A few more here. I did get a chance to play Replace, and similar to Absalom, I don't think Replace is a bad game. Just like I don't think Absalom is a bad game. It's just right now my heart and my mind is set on Pragmata. And I didn't want to. I didn't delete Replace though. I think Replace has a beautiful art style, a side-scrolling game.
Replaced. Let me look this up.
Yeah, yeah. You should check. You would probably like this side-scrolling game. It's a shooter. What would you call it? It's a straight action game with a nice narrative.
It's just called Replaced.
It's called Replace.
Okay,
Yep.
go ahead. I'll listen.
I think it might be on the Switch too. I think. I don't know. What else did I play? I'm gonna finish up here. The Tiny Bookshop. Now, don't judge me. Nia said I'm really trying to find my cozy game.
Oh, I've seen this before. This dude.
The Replace game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I seen this.
it looked good.
Yes,
it looked
it
good.
do.
I'm just not. I'm all on Pragmata right now. But I did get a chance to play the Tiny Bookshop. Basically, you are a bookshop owner. You are like, hey, I need a new beginning. I need a new adventure or something. And so you pack up, sell your house, you pack up and go on the road and you buy old used books and you sell them to people. You at beaches and all this other stuff. So basically what you have to do is you got to understand the area. You got to put the types of books like crime books, drama books, fantasy books, kids books, travel books. And you have to put all this stuff in your shop and you have a limited amount of book space. And you have to basically adhere to what the people desire. You got to know in that market area where you at. But anyway, it's a cozy game. It's a point and click game. There's no 3D. There's no walking around. There's none of that. You talk to people. Just something. It's just a real cozy game. It just kind of mess with your mind. Not mess with your mind, but just kind of relax your mind a little bit. But that's pretty much all I play. Oh! I almost forgot the biggest game I've been playing. I've been playing Ocarina of Time on the on the N64.
Bro, how you be
on the Switch too?
You and K-Bum amaze me with this. I don't have this time. I don't know how y'all be having all this time. I don't be having this time. Go ahead.
But no, I forgot all about it because I hadn't really been on my Switch too, and I forgot that I had been playing Ocarina of Time. But I was just kind of going back through it, trying to see if I remember it. And yeah, it's pretty much muscle memory at this point. And what I like about what they've done now with the Switch 2 is that you can map the buttons how you want to. Like I think on the Switch before an update, you couldn't map the buttons how you wanted to map them. But now I pretty much like the C stick. I put it on my directional pad, and then I also put my because there was no free roam camera back then, so you kind of had to use Z targeting to like put the camera back behind you or whatnot. But yeah, I map the buttons how I typically have them, and right now I have to talk to Saria, and I gotta go to the Zora domain and do that third temple before I get Adult Link. So,
wow,
that's all I've been gaming on. I'm done now.
Like, man. So, what have I been gaming on? Nia said the shortest what you've been gaming on of all time. Well, Keith came through the clutch. But, so, as y'all know, last week, I finished Resident Evil Requiem.
Resident Evil.
I finished it. I conquered it. Me and Grace and Leon overcame the obstacles in that game. And I was like, what am I going to play? And my first instinct was to go to Ghost of Yote. So I was going over there to turn on my PlayStation 5 and realized that my PlayStation 5 wasn't hooked up.
How?
Because when we left the last time to go up to the loo, no. This is what happened. I figured out that my Switch was not getting surround sound. So I was playing around with my receiver box, and I unplugged my PlayStation to see if it was in its spot to see if it was if it worked that way. And I found out that I'm gonna have to get a splitter to get surround sound because I'm gonna have to have one going from the Switch to my receiver and one from the receiver to the TV. So that I'm going to have to split my audio from my visuals because when I go through the TV, my receiver won't pick up Nintendo's surround sound. And then I go to the receiver, then my TV don't get it's weird. I don't know what's going on. Don't do this with my Sony PlayStation, but it does it with my Switch 2. So I got to get the splitter. So that's why I was unplugged. So when I went over there, I was like, it's unplugged. I don't feel like reaching back there trying to hook up the HDMI and all that stuff. So Switch 2 it is. So what I started with was Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I quickly realized I have not played this game in a while, and I'm with Yasuke. And the bosses and the enemies that I fight with him are a whole lot more one-shotty with their abilities. They can kill you with one slash. So I turned it on. I climbed up the dojo. I mean, not the dojo. I climbed up to the top of the little building we was in, ran around, confronted a few, slashed one or two. He slashed me, dropped to my knees, dead. I said, okay, I don't really want to play this. So I also remember that I downloaded some demos from last week after I beat Requiem, and one was Virtua Fighters 5, and the other one was Yooka-Laylee Replayly. And I was like, I always wanted to see what this was like. So I'm playing Virtua Fighters 5, and that ended quick.
Yeah, you sound like me.
Yeah, no. I'm a Tekken guy. I can't play Virtua Fighters. Virtua Fighters just don't do it for me. And I know it's the first, it's the OG, it's the originator of the 3D real, like Tekken and all that kind of branched off of that, because Virtua Fighters kind of tried to take the arcade from Street Fighters and Mortal Kombat. And then when Tekken came, and I think after that, when Tekken came, that was it until I think for a second at our arcade, Killer Instinct Gold was a big hit out there. But when Tekken Tag came, that was it at the arcade, and nobody looked back at Virtua Fighters. So I've never had a fondness of the way Virtua Fighters combat is. It's like with Tekken, you know how to do the moves. With Dead or Alive, is kind of in the realm of Virtua Fighter, but you understand how to do the moves. Virtua Fighter's move sets doesn't make any sense to me. And after a while, I feel like you're just pushing buttons to see just to hope for something to happen. And two, visually it wasn't bad, but visually it definitely it was dated. It was definitely dated. And I know they supposedly have done some things to make it look better, but it still had that crusty, dated. It looked like it went all the way back to the 360, PlayStation 3. That's how it looked to me. It didn't look good at all to me. So I played it for about 20 minutes, just trying to, and I wasn't enjoying it. So I went on to try it out, Yooka-Laylee Replayly. And again, Keith, I'm where you at, bro. None of these games, I'm like, so I'm like, man, I need to play something. I need something that can keep my attention. I know these are demos, so I know, but Yooka-Laylee just don't control good. It's
Nope.
floaty. It feels floaty and weighty at the same time unnecessarily. You think you finna get a Banjo-Kazooie type of gameplay. It does not. It's cheap. It feels cheap. It feels like it wants to be something great, but can't be. So I end up going to Street Fighter 6 of all games, and your boy's getting it in with DJ. And I'm like, I'm gonna start trying to figure out how to master DJ, because I always go to Ken, Ryu, Akuma, Sagat, them type of players. I'm like, let me start learning some new characters. So I picked up DJ, and man, let me say this, man. I know Street Fighter 6 was an early game on the Switch 2, but Street Fighter 6 is a beautiful game on the Switch 2. Capcom. Who would have thought that Capcom would become the third-party showpiece for the Switch 2? But Capcom been delivering since day one.
Capcom been showing out.
They've been showing out, bro. And going back and seeing Street Fighter 6, I was like, golly, this is what. See, this hurt my PlayStation in my house. This hurt my PlayStation 5 in my house because those were the games I would turn on the PlayStation 5 for, and they on Switch 2, and I didn't feel like I was missing anything from the PlayStation 5 to the Switch 2, and I can just stay in one space. I don't have to cross over, and that's really the problem with Yote is there's so much I could jump into on the Switch 2 from first party to third party and get so many itches scratched. It's like, do I really want to leave this and go turn on my PlayStation 5 that had to go to a whole nother experience? And that's how it is. So I was playing Street Fighter 6, man, just playing through. And then let me keep to what else do I want to play? What I want to try? And I came back down the next day, and the game you see in your face where Keith said he deleted, I was playing Absalom.
It's your gameplay?
Yeah, this is not my gameplay. No, I'm just playing it because
okay.
you had brought it up, but I knew you didn't know I had been playing it. Man, Absalom is a dope game to me. The combat system is really dope because the way you dodge and the way you block is a uniqueness to it. You don't block traditionally like he just stand there and put his arms up. Blocking and dodging is kind of one and is kind of one and the same. You got to dodge. You got to dodge up. You got to dodge down. And right now I'm using I don't know if he's a dwarf. I think he's a dwarf. Like in Lord of the Rings, the protagonist. Because I was using the girl that they got here. Because that's a girl that's not.
They know that was a girl at first. You're right. I didn't know that was a girl.
Yeah, that's a girl.
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but she dope. She fire. But
yeah.
I was like, let me try out the dwarf. I've been using him for the last 3 times that I played, and I haven't changed character, so I came in with him. And man, he just a brute. He put them fisticuffs to your face, and he got his little musket, and that brother's dope. This game is fun. I was like, man, this is not. I know we was talking about K-Bum was trying to find out what he can move to from Hades 2. Even though this may scratch some of the itches, some of the stuff Hades does, this is really not like Hades to me. But
it's also not a vanilla beat 'em up though.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not just a traditional beat 'em up, but it's not Hades. It's its own thing. It really is its own thing. And I was like, will K-Bum get into this? I mean, I don't know. So I did see that you download Hades 2. You didn't say nothing about that. I thought you might mention
I hadn't played it.
Okay.
I didn't play it.
So, man, I was just playing this. And then, did I play anything? I was going to jump on Mario Kart, but I was like, you know what? Let me go to bed. So that's what I gamed on this week. I tried out Virtual Fighters 5. I tried out Ukulele, Replayly, no on both. Ukulele, Replayly is ukulele trashy. Street Fighter 6 is still a phenomenal game on the Switch too. That's where it started. Street Fighter 6, Cyberpunk. And that's going to play into what we're going to talk about tonight. And then I got on that Absalom. And I think I'm going to continue. But, Pragmata is coming out for you tonight, but for me tomorrow. Now, let me say this, man. Let's move into the topics. So that's what I've been gaming on. That's what we gamed on. So, Mia, you kind of still held it down. About the same length of time. But let me say this, man. Keith had asked me last week, was I going to get Pragmata for the Switch 2? And the truth of the matter was, I was going to hold off. Right? I was really going to hold off because my mind was around James Bond First Light. So, and I knew James Bond First Light was coming in May. So I was going to I just got done playing Requiem. I'm like, I played Pragmata. I liked what I played. It was cool. But do I really want to invest in that world? I don't know, right? So when First Light got delayed to sometime this summer, I was like, I might jump on South of Midnight. It's $40. Black protagonist. Cool storyline.
Hazel is her name, by the way.
Hazel.
Hazel.
Cool storyline. Yeah. Until I started watching these reviews. Brother, I started watching these reviews, and I was like, and it's only $50, $10 more. Do I? And I saw that South of Midnight did have some frame rate, and I don't really like it. Ain't dropping frames that bother me. I don't like pacing issues with frame rates. Like I'm starting to realize what I don't like about inconsistent frame rates is not necessarily that it drops frames. I can deal with that. Is when the frame rate got bad pacing.
It's sporadic. Up and down.
Yeah, bad pacing. Like Shadows, Assassin's Creed Shadows, before they gave that new update, had really bad frame pacing. It wasn't the drop. Like if it dropped a few times, I'm not tripping off of that. But even when it's running at 30 and it feels like it's still kind of trying to, I don't know, you feel it. It's not something you see, you feel it. And a lot of them was kind of saying that about South of Midnight. So I was like, you know what? I may get South of Midnight in May. Capcom been killing it right now. So your boy gonna get Pragmata tomorrow.
Hey.
I'm getting Pragmata tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that 60 bones. $59.99. I'm gonna go ahead and get Pragmata tomorrow. And then your boy will get South of Midnight in May. And I think that'll work. So
you know how much I paid for Pragmata?
You got it on Game Pass. I don't want to talk about it.
No, it ain't on Game Pass. Oh no, they not finna put that in Game Pass.
What
I got mine for $50.
Oh, you got a discount?
No,
because you got it on PC. It's just
PC. It's just no. It's discounted for where I bought it from. It's
you not gonna like it level. I told you I liked the demo. I played the demo all the way through.
The beauty.
You thought Nia slapped yourself, Nia thought I wasn't going to beat record. Now, me and Doc Star, see, unlike Keith, see, this is the thing, y'all, with Keith, that I'm learning with Keith. Keith would run through a game. I'm like, brother, I just spent $70 on this game. Oh, me and this game finna get thoroughly acquainted with each other. I
played through it twice.
Yeah, I intentionally take my time with certain games. I'm taking my time. I'm not even trying to beat you anyway, because I did that one time with Gears of War 2. It had me so engulfed. I played Gears of War 2 nonstop for 4 days and beat it. And I was highly upset because I was like, man, you just bought it. It's done. Now you got to go find another game to beat. And like, nah. So I'd never do that again. So with Resident,
to be fair to myself, I wasn't trying to beat Resident Evil Requiem that fast. It was just good. I was just like, I can't stop playing this game.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was just trying to run through it. It was just good. It's good.
I hear you, Keith.
Hey, man,
what was the other game we bought? And Metroid Prime 4.
Good games just be good, man.
I was like, wait a minute, Keith. Wait a minute, level where you at? Are you a little ahead of me? The next thing I know, yeah, man, I finished it last night, man. It was that ending, boy. I'm like, hurry up, level, get down. I'd be like, Keith, look, man, first of all, I don't get a chance to play like y'all get the chance to play. And now you're putting pressure on me to beat the game. I just bought the game. My wife looking at me like, this hobby of yours just makes me feel like you ain't a man.
Oh no!
sometimes that's how she be looking at me like, he ain't a man. He down there playing the game. I be like, I don't be able to come down here like I want to, right?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, so keep me putting pressure on your boy, man. I don't be trying to beat these games like he be trying to beat them. Him and K-Bum. I'm like, no, I'm gonna take my time. So Nia, no, I will like Pragmata. I told you I liked it. I just had my mind set on James Bond First Light. And like I said, I'm not trying to be spending all this money on these games, man. They cost to 70, 80. It's too much, But since it's only 60 and South of Midnight is 40, I get, Pragmata and put my time into that. And I'm going to beat it. Yes, I'm going to beat it. And then I get South of Midnight. And then hopefully by that time either Star Fox or because I don't think I'm getting Yoshi. I'm not getting Yoshi. Star Fox or whatever else that's down the road, maybe James Bond First Light. At that time may come and I'll get it then. But anyway, let's get into these topics. So, I don't know if you've been like Patrick living under a rock in Bikini Bottom, but a lot of noise and things have taken place on this week over the last few days. Keith, are you back?
Yeah. That's my sister.
Yeah, you heard what I said. I don't know if y'all under a rock in Bikini Bottom.
You said something about Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. So anyway, there has been a lot is South of Midnight physical or digital? That I don't know, Dark Wing. Welcome to the show, bro. I don't know. Let me look that up. I don't know if it's, it's not going to be physical. Physical going to be game key card. Let me look that up real quick. South of Midnight. Switch to. Looking. Are you looking up? Yeah, thank you. I can keep going. Yeah. So there was a lot of games that got rated for the Switch 2 over the past few days. Now, we're not going to talk about all of them in this part. We'll come back. We'll double back to other games that was announced. But one game that got rated, and when the game get rated, that means the publisher or the developer or the studio that owns the game, well, I don't know how you say that, actually pays for that title to get rated to say that it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So Side note, I think it's just digital. Is it digital? Okay. Man, I'm still going to get it, but I'm going to get it next month. Yeah, I'll probably get that in May. I'm going to get Pragmata, then I'll wait a few weeks, and then I'll go ahead and get South of Me because I want to support. What's her name again? Hazel. I want to support Hazel. I want to support our black. We got to stand together.
It was real quick. It was one scene that she was in. She was dressed up. I was like, oh, she looking like Nia right now. Looking like the video game her out here bobbing and weaving out here. You know what I'm saying? Bobbing and weaving out here.
Miss Kitty. Anyway, so a game that many would have thought, now again, is only rated, but by it being rated, that's a strong indication that the game is actually coming. Because to get rated, you paying for that. If I'm wrong to say that, Keith, I think you paying for.
That's correct.
Yeah, you paying for a rating. This ain't just a leak. You paid for, I guess, the game to get, and when it's getting rated, that means is it mature? If it's teen, is that what it means?
When it's rated,
what does that mean?
I believe it's passed some type of test or something like that.
When a game is,
I believe it's meaning it's passed a quality test or something. I don't know. No, that's going gold.
A rated game has been assessed by a board like ESRB or PEGI to determine its age. Is this the right type of rated?
I don't think. I think we talking about going gold when the game. No. That's a new game.
I don't know. Anyway, I do know you got to pay for it. So most likely this is a strong indication that this game is coming. And this was a game that many thought would be impossible for the Switch 2. So first of all, Keith, and I'm gonna pull up Starfield, and let me say this too. Even though we talking about this, I'm not interested in this game.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for saying that. Let's start it off right. Hey, I am not interested.
I'm not
We're just having a conversation.
Right. So there will be no I'm finna get no. I wasn't interested on the Xbox. I wasn't interested when it got announced for the PlayStation 5, and I'm not interested now. They would have to do a lot to convince me to play this game. And Keith, I think you did play it, if I'm not mistaken.
I did.
Okay, so let the Live and Level Gamers podcast let y'all know, even though we talking about this game, we only talking about it because of the fact that it's possibly is a strong indication that this game is coming to the Switch 2 and what that means. Like how should we process this? K-Bum is not here, so we're able to really go ham with Nintendo topics on the night. But we got some Xbox in here as well. So, Keith, what's your thoughts on this, man? Are you, even though we can't outright say it's coming, we can say that it's looking more likely than not. What is your thoughts on a game like STARFIELD? Even though it did not get good reviews, it still was touted as one of those games, a generation-defining games. It probably didn't live up to that, but it was being what's the word? It was being touted to be that for the Xbox system. It's supposed to be a major system seller. I would say Starfield Feller may have been the nail in the coffin for the Xbox. But what's your thoughts on a game like this being?
First, did you say the Taiwan Digital Gaming Rating Committee? Because that's who rated the game.
Yeah.
For Starfield.
No, I did not say that. I did not say that.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to look it up, it's a Taiwan Digital Gaming Rating Committee.
Shoot it to our to chat. That way I can.
So my thoughts on this is good. I think Starfield is one of those games in the same vein of like the Fallouts, the Skyrims. I think.
What about No Man's Sky?
No, I don't think that's in the same. I don't think it's in the same vein. I think there's a audience. Clearly, there's an audience because you got people waiting on the next Oblivion. Is it Oblivion? The next Oblivion game. So there's a huge audience for the huge audience for these Bethesda games. I'm not a fan. Never been a fan. Not going to sit here and pretend like I'm a fan. I don't really care for their games, even though I did give Starfield a try. I gave it a try, built my character and all that other stuff. But I think the more the merrier. Even, we know that the Switch 2 won't be the cream of the crop, creme de la creme, if you will, version of this game. But it does put more audiences playing this game, creating new fans possibly, or fans who are like, yo, I can't wait to be able to take a game of this caliber, because no matter what I think about this game, Starfield is huge and it is a major game. I don't think it was that generation defining game. I think that was just the Xbox gamers trying to put a little recognition on a title that they probably shouldn't have done, because you have to live up to that type of stuff, and it didn't live up to it. It might be great now.
I think Phil did that.
Did Phil do that?
Yeah, I think Phil.
I think he did say that. He did say that.
Phil put all that pressure on that game.
He put way too much pressure on that game, and like it was unnecessary. Just let the game come out and be the game or whatever. But how I feel about it, I think it's a good thing. I think, like I said, I think that fan base spans across multiple platforms, and putting it on the Switch 2, it just makes sense. Especially you could. The way Nintendo was killing in Japan, you never know. You could wake up some Western RPG heads over there in Japan, you know what I mean? That really would like to play this game, but they not really trying to buy Xbox. PlayStation isn't doing as good in Japan, so it just gives it more opportunity to be in more and more places. So that's what I think about it. Again, like Level already said, it ain't something I'm interested. I already played it. I'm cool. I think it was an okay game, but this is not a conversation saying, "Oh, I can't wait to buy this on the Switch too." Nope, nah, it ain't that.
Nah, and yeah, we need to keep making that clear. No one here is even remotely hinting at a want to play this. Will if I was to get this game, it would absolutely have been a discounted bargain bin. 19, but why not? That's the only way I'm getting this game. But what it does say, man, is third party must see something with this device. And that's what it says to me. Third party must see something, understand something. They must be seeing what they want to see from the Switch 2. And because Keith, we lived those days. We lived GameCube. We lived through the Wii U. And them was some hard times to be when you only getting what's the game from Ubisoft, Splinter Cell, when you only getting Splinter Cell and like the third party offerings on those devices were absolutely sparse.
Abysmal.
Yeah, and when a game like Splinter Cell came, it was like, oh my God, Splinter Cell is coming. It was actually good. That didn't happen too often. Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube was an outlier. That was not normal. Then, you had to literally see Capcom decide, hey, okay, we thought we was going to leave this exclusive. We need to make some money on this game. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2, here we come. We literally talked about Rayman's Legends last week when Ubisoft pulled that exclusive from the Wii U and held it back in order for it to release alongside the PlayStation and Xbox. I think it was the one in the PlayStation 4. So, brother, we have lived through the post Super NES Nintendo third-party relations. I don't know what's going on, but third party is here for this system. I was going to take a picture, and I know Starfield, this plays with Starfield. Brother, I was going to take a picture of all the quality top-tier third-party titles I got on my Switch 2 currently. I got Assassin's Creed Shadows, Star Wars Outlaws, Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, Requiem, about to get Pragmata, WWE, 2K, Madden, Cyberpunk. I got to get South of Midnight. There's other games that I haven't even announced, that haven't even got to. I can't spend all this money. Like, brother, at this present moment, third party is dominating the Switch 2.
Kind of by default, honestly, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's, we could say it's by default, or we could say it's intentional. It could be. I think it may be this was Nintendo's intention. They put out. Go ahead.
I just want to jump in. This is what they attempted to do with the Wii U.
Wii U, right?
They're just trying to do it all over again. Like Nintendo could have been back a long time ago had third parties just played ball.
Yeah, like this to me. Announcements like these, whether you are a major first party Nintendo player or not, right? You got that group that only plays the killer apps, the system sellers from first party from Nintendo. They only gonna play Mario 3D. They only gonna play the Zeldas. They only gonna play the Smash Bros. They only gonna play, which end up kind of getting stunted, was Mario Kart because it was $80. But they only gonna play those games. That's it. They want those games. Once they get those 4, 5, 6 games, they feel like that system has earned its value. right? I got my 3D Mario, I got my Zelda, I got my Smash Bros, I got my Kart, I got my, now you can add Splatoon in there, I got my Splatoon, and then you get all the other filler from Nintendo. I got my Pokemon, now need of them, Picopia, Animal Crossing, and they feel like I got my feel. You know, we Switch Sports now, I have my feel. But and I can relate to that in this way. I want the major titles from Nintendo first party. But when you see announcements like these, when you see announcements like Starfield, even though I have no intentions on buying this title, that's still going to turn heads. You know what I'm saying? That's going to turn heads. When you have announcements like Requiem, that's going to turn heads. When you have announcements like Pragmata, that's going to turn heads. And we have had a whole lot of head-turning moments from third party with this system, and we are literally 2 months removed from a year.
Not only are we seeing these announcements, it's just to talk about Pragmata for a minute. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but it's outperforming some of these other devices out here that's supposed to be more powerful than it, and it's performing like, so it ain't just, oh, Nintendo's also getting games. They're not running bad. They're running really, really good.
Right. Acceptable. Not the best, right. Not the great, not the best, but it's running acceptable. It's this, to me, when you say acceptable, that means this is good. This is, I can play this. This is of course I can see the issues, but this is absolutely acceptable. That's for third party on a Nintendo device. We haven't said stuff like that since Super NES. Dude, we about 30 years removed from saying this type of stuff. So even though I'm not remotely interested in Starfield at all, you still got to acknowledge the gain and the plus and the benefit from its presence. If this lives up to the rating, the Taiwan rating, you got to acknowledge the magnitude, the gravity of such a game making it to a Nintendo platform. You would have never thought a game like Starfield would come to Nintendo. I think, ain't it online? Ain't it an online game?
What, Pragmata? Which one you talking about?
Starfield.
Yeah, I think you can go online. I don't think it's, well, I think it is. I think it is a multiplayer. You can do multiplayer with it. Right. I feel like I've seen people, travel with each other, maybe.
No.
Could be wrong.
Nia said no, it's not an online.
No?
Okay, I didn't know. I know it does have online, but I thought you had to be online. But
I thought it had online too. I never got that far.
Okay, so yeah, I thought that was a dope because many would never have thought, like many wouldn't have thought Shadows would show up on the Switch 2. Let's be real. Many didn't think Outlaws, but Nintendo showed Outlaws early, and we thought it was going to be a hot mess, and it didn't turn out to be a hot mess. And then Shadows was rumored, and then it showed up, and it wasn't a hot mess. I can't say none of these Overwatch, the recent Overwatch release it's a hot mess, but that's on the developer side. It's not due to capability. But this is great. This is absolutely great, and I guess we can go ahead into this is not just a title. This is not the only title that has been announced. Let's go and get this out the way so we don't have to double back to this stuff. So not only did we get the announcement for this title, there are several other titles that have been rumored and literally rated. And I sent it to, let me get out of this. Expand. So other games, and we're not just talking about leaked, but we're talking about actually rated to be coming to the Switch 2. And let me find them. Where is it at? Come on, man. I literally sent this to you, Keith, and now it's acting like it don't want to show me.
You talking about the NeoGAF?
Okay, here it is. Third-party rating board leaks. Devil May Cry 5. And to give shout out to Dr. Trey because he was the first one who actually announced that. But that has been proven to be coming. All these games are coming. Hell is Us. Sonic Frontiers, which that's no shock to me. Sonic Frontier Definitive Edition.
That's already on the Switch, so I guess it's the Switch 2 version.
Yeah. I think it's called Unme. Unme, I don't know. Let me see. Let me look up some of these titles.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, let me look up some of these titles. Hold up, y'all. Yeah,
this the game that look like what's that game with the picture? Not picture, but the fatal frame. I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's why I'm trying to look it up. I need to see some of these games. Unme, Blood West, which I don't know what that one is. I heard somebody talking about that. Let me see. Unme. Let me look this up. Diablo 4. And I've always wanted to jump on Diablo with you guys.
Me too.
That's always been a desire. Like, man, I would love to jump in a game like that. This is Unme. I don't know what this is.
It's a creepy game.
It's a game I'm not gonna be playing, but it's on here. You know what I'm saying? No, I will not be playing it at all.
Oh, look at there. Game Pass, Diablo 4. Let me get that right quick.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, that was a good game.
Yep.
That was a really good game, and it's coming. Hi-Fi Rush, Keith. Blaze
I thought that
Blue.
was... Wait. That source on there says Nintendo Switch 1 only. Is that true?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
That would sound crazy.
That sounds stupid. That don't make sense. But okay. Yeah, that don't make sense. That don't make sense to me at all. Because they could have just released that when they released it on the PlayStation 5. What else? I'm trying. We know we got Final Fantasy, all the Final Fantasies. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Good luck with that.
Marvel Rivals. The devs already said they working on it. K-Bum saying we don't have no excuses now. I'm trying to think of it's a lot of games. I'm not reading all these things. I'm just saying there is a lot of third-party games coming. Other third-party games coming to a Switch 2 leaked by Nate the Hate. Black Myth Wukong, Red Dead Redemption 2, Starfield, which just got... Nate is not missing. So, Starfield, Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remakes, which I might get them. Because I want to try 2 and 3. I want to try them 2 remakes. Metal Gear Solid, Delta, Snake Eater, The Division and Rainbow Six, Final Fantasy. Is that 10? What is is it 17?
Oh, which one you say?
Final Fantasy 17 XV1. Ain't that 17? Oh, that's 16. That's 16.
XV1. That's 16.
That's 16. Final Fantasy 16.
16 should definitely come over there, but 14, I think it's 14 or 15. No, 15 should definitely come.
Yeah. Metaphor Fantasio. Is that how you say that?
Fantasio. Yeah, that should be over there.
Obscure Expedition
Claire
33
Obscure.
and Grand Theft Auto 6. These are
we'll
all
see about that one.
Now this is coming from Nate. This is Nate the Hate, who hasn't been wrong yet. So, look, I don't know. We can move on from this. That's a lot of third. And look, let me say this. If this system was to get Grand Theft Auto 6, Red Dead Redemption 2, Keith, that's it. If Resident Evil, if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes to this system, what excuse is left for any other third party?
I told you.
You brought this up. You brought this up. So let me give you credit. So you take over. You actually, and I'm gonna be right back. I got to run upstairs and do something for my mom real quick. You take the floor.
The only thing that I can think of is time and space. That's the only thing I can think of. It's not necessarily. We know that the system is capable, correct? We know the system can run the games. We know the system that there is an audience that will buy these games. Like Dark 301, go check out his channel. The moment they announce it, he gonna be promoting it. You know what I mean? So we know that there's an audience on the Nintendo platform. So the only thing that I can think of is that just time and money. Really, that's the only thing. There's really nothing restricting it. This isn't like we was talking about earlier. This isn't Wii U days. This isn't the Wii. This isn't the original Switch. Even though the original Switch was getting games like Witcher and Doom Eternal and Doom and games that what they call them impossible ports. But we don't have to worry about that no more. So these games should be able to come, but the fact that they're not here yet isn't indicative of the system itself. It just probably hadn't had time to get it out. These things do take time. The system ain't been out for a year, but I do expect. I don't know if Level is back yet, but I do expect a lot of these games that's come out. He brought this up earlier, like Jedi Survivor or whatever the first one was, Star Wars Survivor or whatever the first one was. But I do expect those games to eventually come over to the Switch too. If they could double back and put it on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, they can put it on the Switch too. So yeah, but again, it's just time and space. Time and space. He is still probably checking on his mom. So let's see what the people saying here. If they can't get a game on the Switch 2, it'll be because they can't afford it. I agree. Or just don't want to spend the money. I also agree. It's definitely a money thing. That was one of the things back in the day. Like, are we going to see a return? I'm talking, Nia. I'm also got my sons in my back.
All right,
trying to talk to me about these little books that he got.
Did Keith hold it down for me?
I'm reading some of the comments. I want to see what she said. She said
Okay.
she just want to. I just want most RPGs, some shooters, some action adventure games, and of course my cozy stuff, and I'm good. Also, I want Jump Space on the Switch. Hey, Nia, yes, Jump Space. Now, listen. Now, we know why that's not there, and Levin, I'm going to let you take it, but we know why that's not there because the game is still in early access, and I think PlayStation and Nintendo don't deal in early access. But the moment that game is out of early access, it better come to the Switch too. And I will buy it again. I will double dip. Guaranteed.
Okay. Nia introduces in her last statement interesting, but we've kind of said it. Is this a direct result of Xbox brand declining? Do we want to give all the credit to that? Because I feel like it's like when we say, did the team beat the other team or did the other team lose the game? It's like both can be true. Both can be.
I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah,
because it's like you over here selling about 3 or 4 million on the PlayStation and only 1,000. Okay, 1,000 on Xbox. It's almost as if you shouldn't even put it on there. You probably wasted money porting it to the Xbox versus actually trying to put it on there. So I agree.
Oh, yeah, I think it. I know it. I know it's a factor. That ain't what I'm saying. Do we want to give all the credit to the decline of the Xbox, or do we want to say, no, Nintendo made a good system that they feel like they can make some money on too? Like, is a combination of the two. because
I think it's a
sometimes,
combination of the two. The
yeah,
stars align, bro. The stars align.
I think that's right. But Nia, you're right on the money. It definitely does have some to do with Xbox brand declining. But Switch 2 has proved itself to be a formidable, very capable system that they can actually realize their vision on. And then you add in the decline of the Xbox. It was just a perfect, like you said, Keith, a perfect storm. And I'm glad it is because these games are coming. And it was somebody I was listening to. Dark Star, welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the show, man. All right, but yeah, man, what did you say? You said if they can't get a game on the Switch 2, it'll be because they can't afford it. Elaborate on that. Or Keith, you get what he's saying? I don't know if I'm fully understanding it.
I read it earlier, and he was basically talking about what I was saying earlier. I was saying something about like time and money, and he was basically saying that they can't get it on there. It's because they either can't afford it, meaning like it could be a smaller studio, or his second comment said they just don't want to spend the money. They got it, they don't want to spend it, which is fine too. That's fair.
Which brings me, and we got to move on because I want to talk about Asha and what's going on with Game Pass. So we trying to get all this with Nintendo and all these games out so we can be done. So there was one aspect that I asked you, Keith, right before we jumped on earlier today. With all these games coming, right? And we got a lot of current gen, day and date, and major current gen games showing up on the Switch 2. Is there any more excuse for I don't want to say last gen, but PlayStation 4 games that were prominent games that I guess that will be last gen, like Star Wars Star Wars Survivor and other games like that were great games that still hold up to this day. Is there any excuse for those games not making their way over to the Switch? When we see, like I said, Capcom bringing everything, they like, hey, go into that, go over there and open up that bunker over there, get all them games out. And convert them over to the Switch 2. You getting all the Resident Evils, all the old stuff, all the new stuff that still looks good, and or popular games. They bringing them. Is there any reason for a game like Star Wars Survivor and Star Wars Fallen Order and all those games?
That's the name of it. Yeah.
Should those games, when you see Devil's May Cry 5 and prominent games, popular games from that generation coming over, should these other companies follow suit and start bringing some of those games over? Where Oliver and Rich would say this is a perfect for last gen titles. They would say that all the time. This is a perfect system for last-gen titles. Should we see more last-gen titles now that we see a lot of the current-gen, almost all the current-gen titles coming?
Well, I brought that up when you went away. I brought up the Jedi Survivor, and I did say that those games should be coming over. But I also said that, give it time. I mean, the system hadn't been out a year yet, but as the system progresses and goes further along, I expect to see those games come over. It seemed like easy money to me. Right. They'll be easy to port over, especially Fallen Order and Survivor. But we know Survivor, they will probably want to throw some of the ray tracing in there just because the Switch 2 can handle it. Where they had to do the backlighting for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, that those systems couldn't do the ray tracing like at all.
Right.
So I think games like that should come over because when you think about it, and I would say Nintendo should probably fund some of the money because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter when a game comes out. Your robust library is what's going to sell it.
You beat me to it.
You want to have the deepest.
The more the better. The more the better.
You want to have the deepest library. Even if you like, people get on, because I get on the eShop all the time. Me and Nia make this joke. We like to say it's like this is our favorite game on the Switch too because we're always in the eShop. You get in the eShop and you're like, oh, I didn't know this was on the Switch too.
And
You
it's
know what I'm
cheap.
saying?
Yeah.
And it should be. It better be.
Yeah, make it cheap.
But
Man,
make
yeah.
it cheaper. So have the deepest, robust library that you possibly can, because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen with the government. This might be your last console. You know what I'm saying? So I want it all.
But no, you making it because they put Survivor on the PlayStation 4, so they took a lot of those ray tracing, all those elements out, and the game still looked amazing, right? It still looked
True.
And the game that was thought to not be capable of running on the last gen system ran on the last gen system because they targeted and made it run on the last gen system. So to me, it would make sense. It don't have to happen all in this first year, but these games should find a way, like you said, Keith, into the eShop for really affordable prices. Survivor for $29.99, that's not bad. Make it appealing. Make it what you call a impulse buy, and bruh, like they should do that. Like you should be, man. I ain't know this. I ain't know this. All like Crypto Cards Guardians of the Galaxy is a last gen game. Oh, wait a minute. Was it a last PlayStation 5?
Wait.
PlayStation 5 been out for a minute. No, it's not. It is a PlayStation 5 game, but it's an early PlayStation 5. Dang, the PlayStation 5 been out for 5-6 years now, and it don't even feel like it. But anyway, that's coming. These are some old games. Survivor is around that same time. Bring them games. You know what I'm saying? But I want to read what Tank Dog said, and then we'll move over to Game Pass being too expensive. So Tank Dog said, and I guess I need to read what Dark Wing said as well. He said, what do you think about Nintendo selling a Pro Dock for better visuals and frame rates in TV mode? Brother, anything that makes the experience better, I don't have no problem with it. if that's how they upgrade it for, instead of making a new Switch 2 Pro, they give us a Pro Dock, I'm all for it. What you think,
How does that
Keith?
work? I don't even know how that would work. Like, it just make the game. Anyways,
it's like what D2K used to talk about, that they can have. Remember, we used to talk about the dock having its own GPU or whatever in it. I remember we used to say that all the time. I don't know how it would work, but in the concept of it, the ideal of it, I'm for it. I'd rather buy a dock than buying a whole new system.
I agree to that. I mean, if they can find, let me not be doom and gloom. If they can find a way to make it work and it makes sense,
is this still
and
Starfield
make it affordable? This is still Starfield, and make it this is that first little part that you go through on Starfield.
Okay,
but yeah, they make it affordable, and it works and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to try to be creative here, but if it can just do what they say it do, and it gives you better visuals and stuff, then I'm all for it. I don't have a problem with that. I just fear that the downgrade from the actual Switch, when you switch over to handheld mode, it might be an extreme, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Not everybody's got to buy the Super Pro Dock or whatever, but now I buy a Pro Switch 2 in a heartbeat, instantly. Like, I'm actually looking forward to seeing that they do one, because I would love to invest in one and get one.
Like I said, if they release a dock that can get my TV experience better, that doesn't require me to buy a whole new, because I think the dock would be cheaper than having to buy a whole new Switch. So if they can give me a dock that could bump my visual, make my frame rate steadier, let the Switch 2 bump up, use a little bit more wattage to get more power out of it, because you know that these clocks and all this stuff is extremely down clocked in the device. You know, that's one thing Digital Foundry really sold, was the fact that a lot of this stuff is down clocked extremely hard, that they can actually speed it up and get more stability and all that. If they can give a dock that allows for that, I'd probably go for the dock than having to buy a whole new OLED OLED Switch 2 because I don't want to spend $600 more. They can give me a dock that's $200. I go for the dock. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want to spend.
Well, you know the reason they do this for like thermals and stuff like that. And
yeah, everybody, this right here is Guardians of the Galaxy, which came out, I want to say, in 2021, somewhere around 22, somewhere around there. A highly slept on game that was really good. This was a really good game, and it was slept on.
Did you beat it? Did you play it?
Yeah, I beat this game. Yeah, because K-Bum kept
talking about it.
I remember me and
K-Bum talking about it.
I remember K-Bum kept talking about it. K-Bum kept talking about it, and he talking about how good it was. So I actually caught it on sale. I got this game for like $30 doing
Nice.
I think Black Friday or Christmas holiday season, and it's actually good. It's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Now you would not be disappointed with this game. I don't think.
I remember Dark 301 said that he had never played it, and I think in one of his videos, bro, you will like this game. It's not only are you playing as what's the main guy name?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. That's right, Star-Lord.
Yeah.
You playing as Star-Lord, but you also
Quill.
But you're also commanding your teammates to do certain moves and stuff like that. So it gives it that. Actually, it kind of gives it that pragmata feel, because you're not only are you trying to dodge and shoot, but you're also making sure your teammates are good if they go down, and so on and so forth.
It got some RPG elements to it, light RPG elements.
Correct, I agree.
So no, I beat this game. You didn't beat it?
Yeah, I beat this.
Oh yeah, I beat this game. I liked how you like you said you had to use your teams for certain things like Drac. I think that's his name. He was your brute. He can do things and you needed each one to do certain things to get through stuff. So it wasn't like you could just use Quill and Quill couldn't do certain. So you needed each person to do their thing, and you had to control them. And when one was down, it can extremely hamper your ability to progress, especially in boss battles. And but yeah, this game was dope. So to see this coming to the Switch 2 and other games, this is cool. But anyway, I think
this is the right but this is the right game to come to the Switch 2.
Yeah,
this is the right one.
Yeah, and I hope it runs well. It kind of visually it'll put you in the mind of Split Fiction a little bit. But I hope they I hope that it runs well. I don't know what this is running on because this looks way better than I remember it looking. Doggone. What are they playing this on? This is PC Ultra. I was going to say this is not PlayStation 5. I don't remember looking this good. This is high-end Ultra PC. But anyway, let's move on. So that's awesome, bro. Nintendo third party. Man, when we said this was going to be the Super NES, we all was hoping that this would be the return of the Super NES. This is really, they could call this the Super Switch. They could have called it that. I don't like that name. Don't get me wrong. I don't like that name. I'm glad it switched to. But it is like they have returned to Super NES days. That's what this feels like. You getting it all. It's there. So that's dope to me. All right. So we got all the Nintendo talk out. Let's get to this Xbox talk. So, Asha, is it Sharma? Is that how you say her name?
Correct.
Asha Sharma. We all was kind of had some feelings about how all this took place with her taking over at Xbox. And we had our questions. Is she an AI girl? She comes from the AI background. She don't know nothing about no games. And she took Sarah Bond's position. They demoted Sarah Bond and wanted her just to be an advisor, and they quietly fired Phil. And we was concerned, can they survive? What's going to happen? Well, so far Sarah's talking what people want to hear. Sasha, I said Sarah, but Sasha is Asha is talking what people. I got Sarah Bond in my head. Asha is talking what people want to hear. The first thing that has come out is she is saying Game Pass is too expensive. Woo! So now Keith has Game Pass, and we have talked about this ad nauseum, saying how Game Pass is not sustainable, and they constantly having to raise the price of it. It's too expensive. It's too expensive on both sides. It's too expensive to maintain, and it's honestly too expensive to keep, especially if you are buying it on Xbox. Am I wrong to say that?
Yes. It's like $30 on Xbox.
Yeah, it's cheap. What you pay for, Keith?
Like 16, I think.
And that makes no sense. How are you being on the PC able to enjoy a Game Pass and cheaper than people who own Xboxes?
I don't get all the games they get. They get way more games than PC.
Oh, okay. But you get to play the day and date games though, right?
Correct.
That's all that matters. I don't want all them old raggedy Xbox games. Keep them. So, where do I want to go? Do we want to go to GameSpot? Do we want to go to one of these ain't gonna let us open it up.
I'm looking at PC Gamer. This was written on the 13th. I'll send it to you.
Okay, I'm reading this one too, so I just gonna read Game Pass.
Okay.
GameSpot. So Game Pass is too expensive and it will change, Xbox CEO says. New CEO Asha Sherman says Game Pass has become too expensive. So at least we can say so far she's keeping the same heart and same, what would we say, having the gamers in mind that Phil had. This might be all a ploy, but hey, it's a good one. I'm listening. She says Game Pass has become too expensive and that she wants to create a better value equation for players. So this is about the gamer. Microsoft Gaming new CEO Asha Shama, I think that's how you say it. I don't know how to say it last name, has herself admitted that Xbox Game Pass has become too expensive for players. Let me just give a shout out. Girl, you talking good to me. Keep talking that way, boy. I feel anyway. And promise that changes are coming to create a better value equation. This wouldn't be a big surprise, as a report from March says Shama. Say her last name, Keith, and make sure I'm saying this right. Sharma. Okay. Might try to make Game Pass less expensive. Game Pass has become too expensive for players, so we need a better value equation. Long term, we will evolve Game Pass into a more flexible system, which will take time to test and learn around. She said in a memo obtained by The Verge. In October 2025, Microsoft raised the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to $30, which represented a 50% price hike. The Verge reported that the reason Microsoft raised the price was a result of adding new Call of Duty releases to Game Pass at launch. Idiot, slap yourself. Y'all did not have to do that. That might have been the dumbest move Microsoft them could have made. Why would you do that?
Call of Duty.
But so you think people go, oh, it's Call of Duty, I'm going to pay. Look, anyway, I'm not
No. They got to pay for it. They got to pay for Call of Duty. I know. Right. And I was listening to somebody. Somebody was like, well, Call of Duty is their game, so there's no cost. Bro, what?
Right.
It still costs to make games. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you put it on Game Pass, let people pay for Game Pass rather than forcing them to buy Call of Duty outright? Anyway, this reporting came days after Windows Central reporter Jez Corden. Jez Corden. Jez Corden said it's possibly Microsoft might take Call of Duty out. You should have never put it in out of Game Pass beginning this year. Smart. Makes so much sense. They should call us, bro. Call the Live and Level Gamers podcast. We could have told y'all that.
We'll pick up.
We won't even ask for much. Just 6 figures a year. That's all we need. Changes for. You think we need more? What you think we need, Keith?
No. I don't want too much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, 6 figures a year and buy pay for my house. That'll work. Give me a house, pay me 100,000 something a year, something like that. Anyway, changes for Game Pass are not expected immediately, but it's clear from Shama memo that she's thinking about making changes, and that's something fans are probably excited to hear. Yes, we are. I don't even have an Xbox. Don't have no intention on getting an Xbox, and it sounds good to me. Y'all unburied y'all audience. I mean, I feel sorry for an Xbox fan. What do you have to look forward to? Expensive hybrid PC? No thanks. In addition to making Game Pass more affordable, Shama might look to partner with Netflix on some kind of bundle offer for Game Pass. Okay, Level, listen to that. That might be where you can get some Game Pass action going on. Netflix co-CEO Greg Peters said he and Shama have kicked around ideas for how Netflix and Xbox could work together on subscription bundles. Oh, okay, well, y'all can keep that. Nothing has been confirmed, but Peter says he wouldn't eliminate any possibilities. You have to do it in a way that works for the consumer and works for both companies. And frankly, I think Microsoft's still trying to figure out how to make the Game Pass bundle work for Microsoft, Peter said. Absolutely they are. But what I like about Asha thinking is, it's all about how do we do more, and it's already been exciting to watch. Shama took on the role, just use Asha. Shama took on the role of Microsoft Gaming CEO in February, replacing Phil Spencer and supplanting Sarah Bonds. let's not forget about her. In addition to these rumored changes to Game Pass, Shama has already made a big shift from Xbox for Xbox, as she killed the "This Is Xbox" campaign because it didn't feel like Xbox. Oh my God, that's enough. Keith, brother, what's your thoughts on all this, man? Game Pass too expensive.
First of all, shout out to Asha Sharma, for trying to think about this when she never had gotten to this point in the first place. What I think, and of course what you said with Call of Duty, is that what you're doing is you're making the subscribers pay for certain games and, over time. And that's not fair. It's not fair. Piggybacking on something I said in the last segment, I said when we were talking about older games coming to Switch 2, and I said it doesn't matter when the game comes as long as you have a robust, deep library. Day one on Game Pass was a direct attack against PlayStation, and it didn't faze them. You were shooting all your shots at PlayStation. Day one on Game Pass, yet it didn't work. Actually, what you did was you dug your own grave. Day one on Game Pass should have never been a thing. It should have been a year later. People still would have subscribed. Like, oh man, you know what? This coming a year later. Or if there's something that they really wanted to buy, they would have bought the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're literally talking about. Well, I've already bought Pragmata. You're buying Pragmata. Neo's talking about buying Pragmata. Dark talking about buying Pragmata. K-Bum's not, because I don't know why. Anyways, but
he don't like the hack aspect. I don't know.
That's the beauty of it. But
he loves Dead Zone, but don't.
He does.
That's interesting. Go ahead though. He's not here to defend himself. I ain't gonna mess with him.
But people who want to play certain games are going to pay for it. Call of Duty is one of those games. People year in, year out play and buy Call of Duty on a year-to-year basis. Why are you changing that? Why are you tampering with that? Set it over there. Let that make the money. Don't bring that into a subscription service. Because I guess the idea was we're going to boost subscribers by bringing in all of these things, but you don't realize that you're losing out on the initial income. You know how like when a movie comes out and they want that weekend boost, you know what I mean? That counts toward those sales. This subscription service is removing that. And that's why you see an uptick in PlayStation sales. You see an uptick in Nintendo sales because people have to actually buy games, but they want to buy the games. I want to read something here. Aside from the diminishing, this is on, let me give them credit. This is PC Gamer. This is Sean Prescott. He says, aside from diminishing value proposition for users, the very concept of Netflix for games has started to sour, especially among developers. And he quotes, if you give stuff for free, what you've done is told people not to pay for it. Now, that was the director of Revenge of the Savage Planet after the game blew up on Game Pass, but failed to make much actual money. Right? So you're telling people you don't have to pay for these things. They just wait. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I take advantage of it. All these games that's on Game Pass because you told me I don't have to replace Hades 2, the bookshop. Now Hades 2 has made some money, I would assume, and that's why it's showing up here. But replace all these games showing up on Game Pass. You're basically Super Meat Boy 3D just came out. You put it on Game Pass. Like, why? If that's something that I really wanted to play, I would have had to spend my money, and most likely I would have played it because I spent my money. But because it's in Game Pass, I just sampled it. So I said a lot of stuff, but just kind of going back to what Asha was saying about making it cheaper. You want to, yes, make it cheaper, but the model has to change. You're gonna have to change the model. All them brand new games coming out. I don't know how you're gonna tell the Xbox gamers that, hey, we're probably gonna do away with this. This ain't really working for us. We really want to keep this service for you, but we can't sustain it by continuing to give away games. We use that as a marketing ploy against PlayStation, but it didn't work. We're gonna really need you to understand that we're pulling these games, and if you really want to play these games, you're gonna have to buy them like you did back in the day. But still subscribe because we got a bunch of games still on here that's still coming out that you probably haven't played. So I don't know how they're going to get that across the gamers, but that's the only way I can see them, making it cheaper. Because you just make it cheaper and you still giving away games that cost $2 million. Bye-bye Xbox Game Pass, in my opinion.
Brother, you hit it on the nail, Keith. The way they're going to make it cheaper is they're going to remove day and date. That's finna leave. It
has to.
So if you want what's this bundle called? The Ultimate may remain 30, may even go up to 40. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to get in where you can play all these other older games and like you said, maybe a year later, maybe, after about a 5-6 months window, some of these games that let's say a game came out in January, it may show up in Game Pass in May. Mm-hmm. And you can get that tier for $14. I think a lot of people jump on that.
That's a good deal.
That's a good deal because you can still play all the older games that Microsoft may have made their money or at least made some initial cash on. And then down the road, if you don't want to wait, you got the option to buy it now. Or, hey, I can wait. I got a whole backlog I can play. I got all these games. I got Game Pass. I can wait. I can hold off for that game. Or, some games, you might want to play, but you don't want to spend $60, $70 for. It's a lot of games like that for me. I definitely wait 5-6 months down the road. Hey, finally it's on here. Let me try it out. But that's what I think they're gonna do. I don't even think I need to add anything to what you said because I think you hit it on the nail. The way they're gonna make it cheaper, you're gonna lose day and date.
Yep.
And they know they probably, and the truth be told, Keith, they probably gonna raise the cost to get day and date.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna have it clearly.
Like so you
Go ahead. My bad.
so you mean like a like let's say they had like a regular tier, it's $14.99. Then they have an ultimate tier if you want day and date. So
Yeah.
in order, if you still want these games, you're gonna pay for it.
You gonna pay
But
for
they
it.
don't. But they're not gonna force everybody to use it.
Yeah.
So
They giving you maybe add a tier. Okay. Make stuff longer out. Okay. If you get this tier, let's say a game released in. Let's say a game released today. You got, let's say you don't have ultimate, but you got premium, right? Let's say you get the base level, then you got I don't know how they do that, but then let's say premium is right under ultimate. Let's say ultimate is day and date. Premium can be next month, a month from now. You get that game. You can download that game, or 2 months from now, right? And then another tier. 5-6 months from now, and then the base tier a year or so from now. They're gonna do something like that, but you're gonna pay more for day and date because they lost. Clearly, Microsoft lost a lot of money on them games, and this probably is the reason. Game Pass may be one of the reasons Microsoft is in the situation they're in.
correct. I agree.
So they can't. This is not. We have been saying on this show ad nauseum that Game Pass is not realistically sustainable. Developers have been saying Game Pass is not sustainable. They closed the studio at the Hi-Fi Rush release. I forgot the name of that studio. They closed that studio, and that was supposed to be a successful release.
Was that Arcane?
I don't remember the name of it. I just know they closed that studio. Had that game not been in Game Pass and they actually made some money, that might not have happened.
We might be getting Hi-Fi Rush 2 right now.
Right. So Game Pass might have killed a lot of studios for actually making the money that they need to make, and Microsoft trying to front them. Hey, we're going to pay you for this game to be free on our system. We're going to pay you up front. But you probably would have made more just by putting that out and letting people buy it. So yeah. And then on the flip side, not only do y'all keep having to raise the price to sustain day and date, now y'all uncrippled your brand. Y'all probably having a lot of people unsubscribing to Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
You see the sales, dude. We seeing Switch 2 getting more reviews than Xbox systems. Requiem got more reviews on Switch 2 than the Xbox.
It has to be hard to see these games and allowing people to subscribe to your service, and you're still being outplayed and outsold on other devices. Like, wait, we're allowing you to play this for free, and all you gotta do is subscribe, but you're still willing to go buy the game? Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah, because dude, the truth is, most folks we talked about this on the show. We talk about a lot of stuff on the show. Keith, most people only buy 2 to 3, maybe 4 games a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's at the average cost of a game. If you only buying 2 to 3 games a year, that may be $200. Game Pass is $30. If you got an Xbox, Game Pass is $30 a month. So 30, 60, 90, 120. That's 4 months. 150, 180, 210. That's 6 months. So you double that up. 210 plus 210 is 420. And most folks, they might not be. I mean, that don't sound like a lot, but when you add in mortgage, electricity, cable, all these streaming services, gas, groceries, and all the other stuff you want to do, eating out, $30, that's some money. That you and you got all these games that you really can't play, and you never gonna play all these games. You still only playing 2-3 games. You might be playing only Marvel Rivals for real, and that's free. Yes,
Yep.
People are not going to keep playing. Look, it's like Netflix, bro. When it seems amazing when you don't have it, and you can download and watch any movie, and then you get Netflix. A lot of times you can't even choose what you want to play because there's too many options.
Way too many options. Yeah.
And you end up going to something you unwatched 50 million times. You go back to that and watch it. Dude, I don't watch half the stuff on Netflix, but and half the stuff on Disney. So just imagine all these games. You think you want to play them games? Nah, I'm not going to play this. I don't want to play this. I don't want. And so you waiting for first party day and date, and a lot of them games you might not play either. You might not even play that game. So what does it matter that you paying for games that you probably don't even have a taste for? So why keep paying $30 every month no matter what? Or I could just wait till the games I want to play come out, spend the $60 or the $50 or whatever, and I got the game I want to play and I'm done paying for it. And it's mine.
Right.
It's mine. Well, if it's game key card, it's mine until they decide to turn them servers off.
and games lead Game Pass.
Yeah.
I have a game right now. Where's my library? Scarlet Nexus. I bought that on because they had a discount. So just FYI for those who don't know, they do sell games on Game Pass. And I ended up buying Scarlet Nexus. It was very cheap. And then next thing you know, that game left Game Pass. I can still play it, but you can't find it in Game Pass anymore because it's not there. So games do leave.
I didn't know that. I knew the games leave. I didn't know you can buy games on Game Pass. But
oh yeah, they got discounts all the time.
Okay, that's dope. So, but we can't end here. So I'm not mad at Sasha. Thank you. Why do I keep saying Sasha? Asha. Asha. But so she cooking right now. We was concerned. She talking like she need to talk. She buttering up our ears. She know how to talk to us. She know how to stroke the ego of the gamer. She didn't stop there, bro. She didn't stop there. Another problem that this girl made. So the game Anywhere, she killed that. That supposedly was Sarah Bond's baby. And I think Sarah Bond was kind of forced into that. If y'all finna start putting games on other systems, then you might as well have some type of statement to go with it to make that sound cool. I think that's what Sarah Bond was trying to do. Was trying to make a strategy that she did not come up with sound appealing. This is an Xbox. And they crippled her with that. So they killed This Is an Xbox. They admitting that Game Pass is not sustainable. That's Phil's baby. They going a step farther. They are not ruling out rolling back to making these games exclusive again on the Xbox. Are Xbox exclusives coming back? New CEO doesn't rule it out. The plan until it's not the plan. Ooh, that girl talking. Asha is talking.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet right now.
She talking. I'm not messing with it. We was hating on her. I was hating on her hard. I was upset. She talking now though. The plan until it's not the plan. Now, I ain't saying none of this is going to come to fruition because they making money. But she not ruling out. Video game exclusives have been a big draw for years now. But it's a strategy that Microsoft appears to have abandoned over recent years. Microsoft has released more titles from its first-party studios across multiple platforms like the PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch consoles. No, baby, just say Switch 2. We don't need to say Switch consoles. Switch 2. We're not saying the PlayStation 5 and 4s. Anyway. And several upcoming games are also set to launch for these systems in the future. But could Microsoft ever return to having exclusive games? New CEO Asha Sharma isn't ruling out the return to old console ways, depending on the situation at hand. This is what she says. Right now, I need to learn, candidly, about the why of these decisions. So, in other words, how I read into that, Keith, is she's trying to learn why Phil and others did what they did. Phil was just trying to appeal to gamers and trying to. I think Phil saw that they was taking on water, that the ship, the bows of the ship, had hit a glacier, and they were trying to do anything to bandage the ship. And I think their appeal was to come off like they are for the gamer, and it didn't work. It didn't work because gamers go where the games are. That's the facts. Gamers feel. We told you this. Me, Keith, K-Bum, Nia, all of us, Dark Star, all of us told you, Phil, just make games. Just Phil, just shut up. Shut up talking about we would love to buy Nintendo. Shut up talking about we can't compete with them. Yeah, you can. Make games. Just make. Anyway, so where was I at? The why of these decisions. What we were optimizing for and what the data says about Xbox strategy today. Sharma says to Windows Central, that's the honest answer. I like that answer. I'm looking at lifetime value, not just what happened in a previous moment or in a short-term efficiency and things like that. You could have said inefficiency. The plan until it's not the plan. So right now, that's what she's saying is right now the plan is games on all the systems. That's the plan. Until I decide that it's not the plan anymore. I don't have no problem with that. I'm gonna read a little bit of this, and I think we got enough. It's worth noting, and this is GameStop Spot. It's worth noting that Microsoft has experienced great success by bringing several of its games to PlayStation, as several of them dominated the sales charts in 2025. Boy, they loved that boy. Anyway, the only inconsistent thing with the strategy is the release date, as some games launch the same day for multiple systems, while others arrive months later after spending several months as timed exclusive on Xbox Series S and X and PC. Prime example here includes Fable, Forza's Horizon 6, two new titles from Playground Games. Forza Horizon 6 is released on PlayStation after the Xbox launch, while Fable will be on both platforms day and date. Okay, she made one more point. Wait a minute. Let me read this. Sharma's other point that she alludes to is focusing on the long-term success of these games and how they can drive audience towards the Xbox brand if they remain exclusive to the platform. After all, why buy an Xbox console if you can get the same game on your PlayStation eventually? Which it may have took some outside, some people that wasn't on the boat to see what we were seeing, Keith. You killing any reason to buy an Xbox. But anyway, so Keith, Asha is talking, bro. The Game Pass is too expensive. She didn't stop there. Hey, we not ruling out. The plan is the plan until it's not the plan. What's your thoughts, bro?
Thoughts are one thing at a time, Asha. One thing at a time. You got a major leak in this boat. And I think most gamers would agree. And maybe this is what she's saying, the plan is the plan until it's not the plan. But I'm just going to try to see if I can walk my way through it. You got a major leak. I think we all kind of agreed at this Game Pass. Fix it. Don't talk about nothing else. Don't talk about exclusives. Because when Xbox was exclusives, To me, in my opinion, these are not facts. Uh, they weren't really investing in top tier games. So let's not worry about exclusives right now. Let's just fix this leak, fix this Game Pass problem, kind of right this ship a little bit. Then we could talk about exclusive games. And the reason I say that is stop giving everybody too much to chew on. You know, you making promises here, you're making promises there, making promises. Shh, just fix the leak. Because right now, I think the brand is too far gone. It's too damaged. And what gamers want to see, and like I said, she might be saying this in a short term way, what I'm trying to say, but just don't worry about that right now. Get your money. If games are selling on PlayStation, keep selling them on PlayStation. If they're selling on Nintendo, keep selling them on Nintendo. Don't worry about that exclusive stuff right now. Once and once it's patched up and you got a really nice game that you're like, ooh, I want to keep this in the house, then say that. But don't be talking big money like you got it like that right now. You trying to get you trying to win people back. And I understand the idea of exclusives does that, but nah, don't I wouldn't that's my opinion. But to her point, yeah, we've been saying keep your games in the house, and we know why they haven't been in the house because of that leak is in the with Game Pass, and that's why they had to spread it around, trying to not coerce, but cahoot. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but try to bring gamers over to their ecosystem, But they've been having exclusives and nobody really liked them and it wasn't working. So I think they should just work one thing at a time. This is main priority. All this other stuff, exclusives, I personally wouldn't worry about that right now, just personally. Okay. But I feel you. She is speaking to the heart of the gamer. She is speaking to the heart of the Xbox gamer, but their heart's been torn so many left and rights. I don't know, man. I don't know. It sounds good. It sounds good.
I'm going to say this. She is distinguishing herself and putting good distance between her and Phil. She is tearing down Phil's empire. She's tearing down the house Phil built. She is gutting what Phil built up at Xbox. She's letting you know this is not that.
But level.
Yeah, go ahead.
She might be just tearing down Phil's house, but Phil's house isn't what been killing this brand. This brand was being killed way before Phil.
I know, but
they got more problems over there.
They do. They got a lot of problems, right? But you got to deal with what was built over the problem. Phil. Okay, this is how I would explain it. And we couldn't see it because Phil catered to the gamer. And we thought everything Phil was doing, it made us as gamers feel like, man, he talk our language. He understands us. He has the heart. But what Phil actually did was build over the problem rather than address the problem. So
you're right.
So what I'm seeing from Asha is tearing down what Phil built over to identify the problem. She said, the key thing that stood out to me, she said, right now, I need to learn candidly about the why of these decisions. Why did we do that? We understood what it was. And for a season, it seemed like they understood what it was. They just didn't they didn't do what Sony did during the PlayStation 3 generation.
Make better games.
Keep making your games.
Mm-hmm.
What Microsoft did was, instead of continuing to make great games and like they have killed all their franchises except for Forza.
That's crazy.
Like, they killed Halo. Fable may be able to redeem itself. Gears wasn't really theirs, but they bought it out to own it, and they screwed it up a little bit. They never took the time to learn the recipe, and this is what I always tilt the hat. Nintendo had it. Nintendo. I don't say this because I'm a Nintendo fan. I say it because it's just the truth. Nintendo are the greatest developers in gaming. They are what everybody else is trying to mimic. What I would give Sony is this. Sony found a way to be distinctly Sony, but they understood, they learned what Nintendo was doing. But they found their own way to accomplish that Nintendo quality. Remember the Nintendo seal of quality? Sony found a way to find what they can do. And to me, Sony leveraged their strength. Sony has other mediums, music and movies. If you look at Sony games have great scripts. It's great storytelling to offset maybe not being as creative as Nintendo is in the gameplay. But when you look at a game like, I was watching Last of Us 2, man, I was like, golly, this stuff looks amazing. Like the stuff so Sony found their lane, and Sony has been able to live off of that lane from PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 to now. Even though they are dominated by third party, Sony's first party is still the main attraction, whereas Microsoft third party was the main attraction, and you could get that main attraction elsewhere. First party, Microsoft's first party is trash. Let's just be real. It was trash. If you ain't into Forza, there's no need to buy an Xbox, because everything else you can get on the PlayStation, and you're going to get PlayStation first party. So what Phil did was built over the problem Game Pass, built over the problem, and then when that became a problem, he built another problem. And I would say Sarah may have played a part in trying to make it appeal, was putting your games everywhere, because now we unbought Bethesda. We trying to cheat the game. We bought Bethesda. We bought Blizzard. Activision Blizzard, we got Call of Duty now, we got all these Bethesda titles, but we spent almost $100 billion. How are we making this money back? Because we only got 25 million users.
And you know what, Rebel?
Yeah.
Man, you be wrong about the Mario movie, but I think you spot on. I think you spot on here.
I'm not saying. But so Phil built all this. So it's like you going into a house and you try to figure out, why is all this sheetrock up? It looks good, but it's too heavy on the frame. And why is this over here? Okay. So she in the house trying to figure out, Phil, what did you do? What was the point of this? Why did you make? So now I need to identify what the problem is that led to all this. And I think she's identifying it. First, this Game Pass I know it's your baby, Phil, and I know it sound good on paper. We can be the Netflix of gaming. But it's too expensive. It's too expensive for us. It's too expensive for the gamers. So we got to figure this out. And that's where she kind of starting. But she's already laying the seeds for, and I also see the other problem too. So I might have to renovate that room too. I already tore down This Is an Xbox. So that's gone. I'm renovating this room. I'm going to start with the Game Pass because that's eating us alive. I'm not going to touch the plan because it's making us money. But that plan might not stay the plan because we need to bring attention to the Xbox, and that very plan impedes that. So, but we need that plan because we ain't making money nowhere else. So I can't take these games off PlayStation right now because that's actually where we getting some money. So I'm going to leave it there right now. But once I right this ship, if I can right this ship, I'm going to have to go back to bringing your attention to Xbox if that's really the plan. So I think she's doing exactly what she got to do. She's identifying the problem. This is probably what Phil should have done, was identify the problem. The problem was you don't have any quality first party exclusive to generate anybody coming your way. That's the thing Nintendo has. That's the thing Sony has. Nintendo thrived off of nothing but Nintendo first party, no third party, and it kept them up to this point. It sustained them through the Wii U. It sustained them through the GameCube. You still had the handheld. Nintendo has made their way from their first party. Sony first party sustained them through the PlayStation 3 debacle. And when they course corrected, they still had them strong first parties. They still had Uncharted. They still got God of War. They still got Last of Us. They still got all the other quality first party titles they got. And dude, that made my decision. That's why I got a PlayStation 5. I was not missing in the PlayStation 4. I wasn't missing Ragnarok in 2018, and I wasn't missing Last of Us. I wasn't missing Uncharted 4. I bought an Xbox One, but I was always gonna get a PlayStation 4. I didn't get an Xbox this time, but I got that PlayStation 5. It was coming in this house because I knew what was coming, and I was gonna get Nintendo. There is no incentive for me to get an Xbox. And power and being the strongest, which Phil thought that was going to work. Brother, you listen to too many PC heads. You ain't listen to casual people. Casual people, they like what they like. Give me a couple exclusives. That makes me buy the system that I buy, and give me those core third parties, Maddens, NBAs, Call of Duties, and that's where people gonna make their decision. So I can get my God of War, and I can get my Call of Duty, or I can get my Mario Kart, and I can get my and the Nintendo fan is just a unique fan, but you get my drift. So to me, she is gutting it down to identify what's the problem at the frame. I use this analogy. I learned this. I learned how to strip floors, and when you stripping them, like you can do what they call a top scrub, and then you can do what you call a total strip. And when you strip a floor, when you take all that wax off the floor, Keith, you begin to identify how damaged the floor is. You can't see it with the wax on it. But the floor is damaged. You can see it's a problem, but the wax is holding it together. What she is doing, she's pulling all that wax, that Phil and them built up. Now she's identifying how broke that tile is over there, and that tile over there is needing to be replaced. And this whole floor is damaged over here, but the wax has been holding it up. But the wax is dirty, the wax is ugly, the wax is unattractive. That's Phil. Phil kept putting wax over wax. Oh, that's top scrubber, put more wax on it. No, eventually you got to go down to the tile because you got to replace some tiles. It seemed like Asha is taking this thing down to the tiles, down to the ground, and then from there, we going to build it back up.
That boy spitting tonight, boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he's spitting tonight.
So anyway, I'm not mad at her. She letting them know, she letting the fans of Phil know I'm not Phil. I hear you. We see the problem. I'm pretty sure top brass have already been kind of prepping and informing Asha of what they think is the problem. I think Keith, we all know Phil got fired.
Right.
Phil was given because he was beloved. He was so beloved that they kept giving him. They knew he had to be. We liked Phil. I liked Phil. Phil knew how to talk to us. Phil came off sincere. I don't believe Phil was a liar. I believe Phil was sincere with what he was doing and trying to do. He just did not take the time to assess really what the problem was. Y'all don't have no identity. Y'all have no games to really give y'all an identity. And instead of putting money in there, we trying to catch them. You said it. We trying to keep up with Sony. No, y'all don't need to keep up. Y'all got enough money. Y'all don't even have to focus on Sony. Focus on y'all making some games. Y'all need to play Nintendo playbook. Nintendo did Nintendo. We ain't competing with y'all. We ain't making no powerful system. We ain't putting the biggest chip. We gonna work on these games. We gonna figure out some experiences that you can only get here. And now you got the Switch 2 that can get all them games, and Nintendo can still do what they do. Sony, we gonna be the top brass, cutting edge, but Sony figured it out. You need games exclusive that can't be played nowhere else that uniquely identify us. Is Nintendo is apples, Sony is oranges. What is Microsoft? Microsoft trying to have all the fruit on the tree. We want to be an apple, we want to be an orange, we want to be a banana. You can't be all of it. You gotta find what you do best. Let third party fill up your fruit tray, but you gotta find out what fruit you make. And they never found it. Go ahead.
What makes me upset about all of this is we identified this 10 years ago.
Yes.
And didn't get paid nothing.
Nothing.
We've been told them this. We said this 10 years ago that y'all need exclusive, better first party games. No. We're just gonna make Game Pass more expensive. What?
Yeah, I remember, and you kind of came in on the tail end of Shaw. John Shaw used to annoy me with this statement. Shaw is always acting like talking about some exclusives don't matter. I'm like, brother, what are you talking about? Exclusives don't matter. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
When did exclusives stop mattering? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love third party. Third party is cool, but third party, this whole notion that third parties drive the industry. Yes, it may be the gas that keeps the industry turning, but first party is what sells your system.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what sells the system, and then third party keeps your engine going. It keeps the train going down the track. But the first party is what causes people to buy what they're gonna buy. So people like, why do people always buy Nintendo? Because you can't get that nowhere else. Like, I want Zelda. I want Mario. I'm getting the Switch. I don't care if the Switch is 2 Band-Aids and some bubble gum with a paper clip. If does it play Mario? Does it play Zelda? Well, I'm there.
Exactly.
That's what it is. I don't care how melted ice cream it is. We played through Twilight Princess. We know that wasn't a good-looking game. We was there. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing about Nintendo, though, and I'm probably speaking to every Nintendo fan here. Nintendo they get accused for re-releasing the same games. Sometimes this is true. As a Nintendo fan, I could say that. But in most cases, they're big games, the Marios, the Zeldas, Pokemon even. Well, no. I'm gonna take Pokemon. No, I'm gonna take that out.
I'm going a little too far with this.
They do be releasing, but no, when you think about Nintendo and how they do their games and how they treat them, and then you look at something like Gears. We on Gears 5? Got to go back to the beginnings. 6?
Yeah.
We on Gears 6. And I guarantee you, if you weren't really just tuned in like that, they would probably all feel similar. Because when I played 4, then I played 5, I didn't finish 5. I was like, I don't really feel like I'm getting anything out of this. I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions again and doing the same thing. Or Forza. I started watching videos of Forza, the new Forza 6 in Japan. Mm-hmm. After a while, it just started looking like Forza. I was just like, it just looks like Forza. People always question like Zelda this, Zelda that, but they do change it up. Wind Waker to Twilight Princess, that's a whole different vibe. From Twilight Princess to Skyward Sword, that's an even different vibe.
Yeah.
From Skyward Sword to Breath of the Wild, that's a completely different vibe.
And add this tidbit into it, Keith. One thing we got to respect about Nintendo is, and I might talk about Twilight Princess didn't look great. At the time it did, but it didn't hold up over time. Nintendo leverages the strengths of their system. They're not, and I don't think nobody does it better than them. Like, even though I praise Sony needs power to get their vision out. They need the latest and the greatest. They need to, if it's not the greatest chip, is right under. It's next to it. It's a shelf down. One thing I give Nintendo, I got to praise Nintendo with, is they know how to get the most out of whatever device, and they cater to the strengths of the device. Okay, we can't push realism, so we're not going to go for realism. We're going to go to this shell shade, and we're going to bust your head up with this Wind Waker.
Right.
And yeah,
it was an amazing game.
Amazing. Oh, we can't do. We gonna hit you over the head with this Breath of the Wild, and we gonna do stuff that blows your mind with physics that you didn't think. But we ain't trying to be the most cutting edge game. That's Sony's game, and they play that game well. But what Nintendo does is they leverage what their device can actually do, and they get the most out of it by making smart decisions. And I don't think none of the three does that as well as Nintendo does it. Because there's no reason, if you looking at the Switch, there's no reason for Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, any of them games looking as good as they look. That means them folks understood what they needed to do, how they needed to do it. Yes, we not going to use ray tracing. We not going to use global illumination and all the stuff that Digital Foundry them ooze over. We ain't doing that, but I guarantee this game going to look good when we done. I guarantee it's going to look good, and it's going to hold up.
I said something to you. True. I said something to you earlier. Nintendo, despite their cartoony graphics, they pay attention to the small details.
Right.
And those small details, they add up. It's like this small detail over here is 5 cents. This small detail over here is 10 cents. But after a while, all that little change add up to some money. And you like, oh. Yeah. So all of it together, like when you look at Breath of the Wild, the physics is amazing. Like you burn grass and you can use that to propel yourself in the sky. And then now that becomes a part of the game. And now you can, like, you're at this mountain. You're like, man, how am I going to get up here? Oh, I can do that thing again. I can burn the grass, get up here, jump here, do it again, light some coal on fire. It's like all those little bitty mechanics come together to make this unified experience that you remember that you can do. And now you're like, yo, this game is the GOAT.
Yeah. And it's like they know how, it's like, it seemed like they being cheap, but now they just being smart. You like some of us, I'm learning this. I used to go to the restaurant and try to buy the most, go to McDonald's or whatever, and I'm just using it. And I'm buying the double Big Mac. And then I would always have a friend, and Keith, I don't have that much money. I'm still trying to get the biggest, best burger there, right? And I always had this friend that always would get 2 double cheeseburgers, some fries, and soda. I'm like, but dude, he was getting just as much food as I was getting because I could only afford so much with he was getting the best out of what, he was getting the biggest bang for his buck. He can get more. It wasn't the best burger. Yeah, it was 2 cheeseburgers, a fry. He can get a large. I'm getting just the burger. I'm getting just this. And it's like, dude, I started following, watching what he was doing. I'm like, man, I got $4 bucks. I'm gonna get this, and you getting more, and you fuller, you feel better than trying to buy that most expensive thing and trying to be impressive. So, but again, Sony found their lane. They know what they do, and I love what Sony do. They can't do a whole lot of it.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, so you can't get a whole lot of it. But when they do it, Lord knows they do it, right? You can get a whole lot of what Nintendo do. And then when they do decide to do a little bit more, you get a Breath of the Wild and the Odyssey. But you get a whole lot of Nintendo, and they filled up a lot of gaps that made them. That's why you got Mario Tennis and Mario Golf and Mario Kart. All these little things that filled up a lot of space. Whereas you with Sony, you're gonna get Last of Us, you're gonna get Kratos, and it may be years in between them. or like what you said, Keith, you're gonna get a whole bunch of the same stuff, Like you get Kratos again, but it's gonna be the same game, just a few different bosses. But it's the exact same game. But anyway, they found their niche. So, Nintendo found their niche. Microsoft built over the problem, and I think Asha is ripping it down to identify. Okay, and I think when she get down to it, she gonna be like, we got to start building some exclusive first party titles that make people want to buy our system. That's what I think she's gonna get there. If this is really the plan. So when she tear it down, she's gonna come to what we said, like you said 10 years ago. I'm not mad at it. Shouts out to Ashley. All right. So, well, there's anything else that we had down here to talk? I think we hit everything. I think we hit it all. Yeah, man. Well, I think so. I think we knocked this. Okay, yeah, that's it. We hit everything. So, was there anything else you want to talk about? Or are we done?
Man, I think we should call it. K-Bomb will be back next week, bring back some Sony-ness. So I think we hit everything that we supposed to hit.
Tonight. We represented Sony well. You know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just shouting them out.
No, shouts out to K-Bomb, man. So with that being said, we gonna get out of here. We thank everybody for tuning in on tonight. Everybody that jumped in, I hope I didn't miss any of you guys. Darkwing, shouts out to you. I don't think I gave you a shout out. I did say your name. And then Chariot, man, thank you for jumping in on tonight. Everybody else I think I got. Keith, go ahead and sign out, bro.
Yeah, man, yeah. Pragmata in, a few hours? I'm probably not sure, but maybe I will. I don't know. But man, Rebel, I gotta give you kudos on that. You killed that last topic. Beyond killed it. I think you're absolutely right. Asha's trying to pull back all the things and come to the same realization that most gamers came to a long time ago. I think all those acquisitions that Microsoft made, let those acquisitions be acquisitions, put them games everywhere, but everything else, Xbox, what is it called? Xbox Game Studios or whatever?
Yeah,
you might want to keep those in-house, but let them other games make you some money, Call of Duties and the Bethesda type games, let them make you some money. But I said all that to say, Pragmata, we're gonna have a great weekend.
Man, don't beat me in 2 days, bro. Don't put nothing in the chat room like, man, that was a good game. Done with it.
I just beat the game now. No, just playing. But yeah, man, I hope to see y'all next week. Hopefully get some information on some more Nintendo news and some folks with their rumors. Maybe some of those rumors will come true. We'll get some information. I don't know. But yeah, man, happy gaming. Peace.
Yeah, man. I feel like, the studios that they acquired should remain third party like they are. And what was first party should stay first party. And the Halos and all that still stay where they are. And, Bethesda and Activision, Blizzard should stay third party. And I think you'll be good. Work on your first party to draw folks to your system and make money. And I think she's going to discover that. But I appreciated everybody joining us on tonight. I thought we had a good time, man. We held it down. We held this down. We gave both topics plenty of coverage. I don't think we gave one more than the other. And that game, Asha's doing her thing right now. I'm not mad at her. And hopefully she can right this ship and she can bring it afloat. Maybe sometimes you do need a new coach. Sometimes you do need a new voice. Or people that's not so close that they can't see. Like I think Phil was just so close to it. He was drowning under it. He couldn't see. And her being fresh, she can see. And I think she's making the moves. And I'm not saying Sarah probably couldn't see. I don't think they was letting Sarah lead. So I don't think Sarah ever really got a chance to lead. But it seemed like Asha's got a chance to lead. She's out of the shadow of Phil. Phil is gone, so you can kind of begin to like Anuma says, me and Moto gone, we can kind of start changing some stuff. So, with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. K-Bum will be back, so we look forward to having him back. But me and Mr. Norris held it down because we got it like that. And we in a chat talking to each other pretty much all day anyway, so it wasn't hard to do. So anyway, we'll be back next week. Till then, y'all be blessed. Deuces. Peace.
But we got smashed. But we got smashed. But we got smashed. But we got smashed. But we got smashed, bro.